Max had always been a star basketball player. He had a natural talent for the game and had been playing since he was old enough to dribble a ball. As he got older, he began to dream of playing professionally in the NBA. But then, disaster struck. During a game against their biggest rival, Max suffered a devastating injury. He tore his ACL, and the doctors told him that he might never be able to play basketball again. Max was devastated. Basketball had been his entire life, and now it felt like everything he had worked for was slipping away from him. He went through months of physical therapy and rehab, but he still couldn't seem to get back to where he had been before the injury. Slowly but surely, Max began to lose his passion for the game. He stopped going to practice and stopped watching games on TV. He couldn't bear to see his teammates and friends playing without him. But then, one day, Max met a coach who would change everything. Coach Johnson had been a star player in his youth, but he had been forced to retire after a similar injury to Max's. He saw something in Max that reminded him of himself, and he was determined to help Max get back on the court. At first, Max was skeptical. He had given up on basketball, and he didn't think there was any way he could get back to where he had been before the injury. But Coach Johnson was relentless. He pushed Max harder than anyone had ever pushed him before, and he refused to let Max give up. Slowly but surely, Max began to see progress. He started to regain some of his strength and agility, and he began to feel a glimmer of hope that he might be able to play again. And as his physical abilities improved, so did his mental state. He began to remember why he had fallen in love with basketball in the first place. In the end, Max made a remarkable comeback. He rejoined the team and quickly became their star player once again. He led them to the state championships, where they faced off against their biggest rival. It was a hard-fought battle, with both teams trading baskets back and forth. But in the end, it was Max who made the difference. With seconds left on the clock and the score tied, Max took the ball and charged towards the basket. With a leap that seemed to defy gravity, he soared through the air and slammed the ball into the hoop. The crowd erupted into cheers as Max's teammates lifted him onto their shoulders. Max looked out over the sea of faces and realized that he had made the greatest calm.